The People First podcast is a show presented by people with learning disabilities for our friends and community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting people to find out new information. This is the way to make a difference and have our voices heard.
So, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to another episode of the People First podcast. Today we are going to interview Karen Graham, who is the service manager of an advocacy service called Cloverleaf. We heard about their organisation through the Advocacy Provider Forum that we attended earlier this year. We wanted to get to know more about what they do. So Karen, again, welcome to our office.
What is Cloverleaf Advocacy?
Right, so Cloverleaf Advocacy is a registered charity that mainly works across the north of England by supporting individuals who may find it hard to express themselves, their needs, or have their voices heard. This might be to help people understand and uphold their rights or explore options to enable them to make informed choices.
Whereabouts are you based?
Right, we work across 16 local authority areas with services in Derbyshire, Yorkshire, which includes the north, the south, east and west, right up to Durham, across to Lancashire, down to Lincolnshire, which includes north and northeast Lincolnshire, and Greater Manchester. We have over 30 services across these regions, which include 17 advocacy services, which deliver all statutory and non-statutory advocacy types, 9 peer group self-advocacy and inclusion services, and 5 unpaid carer services.
Quite a lot going on then.
Just a bit, yes.
It's spread out across England then.
The north of England it
The
is.
north of England.
Yes.
So there's quite a bit going on then.
There is, and a lot more from when I first started at Cloverleaf, yes.
How many people do you support?
Okay, so we support over 14,500 people a year.
Oh my word.
And that's with a wide range of needs, which includes older people, autistic people, and people with learning disabilities, physical disabilities, long-term health conditions, mental ill health, drug and alcohol addiction, and dementia. People come from all walks of life and different communities, so people from the LGBTQ plus community. And we've got just over 300 staff working for Cloverleaf. The majority of them work part-time, and they work across a range of roles, which can be from administrative to management, but the majority of our staff work on our advocacy services.
How long have you been the service manager of Cloverleaf Advocacy? And how did you start working there?
Oh, this is a great question. So I've worked for Cloverleaf Advocacy for just over 19 years.
Wow.
So quite a long time. I originally started working in a bank for the Halifax when I left school. And then I had children, and then I started working for social services as a support worker in a day opportunities. And I really enjoyed being around people. Then I worked for them for about 6 years. Then I saw this job for Cloverleaf Advocacy, and I didn't know a great deal about advocacy, to be honest. So I did a bit of research and...
So it was new to you?
It was new to me, yes. And I thought, helping people to speak up and make sure that they have their voices heard, I thought that's something that, really, really interests me. So I applied for the advocacy role and got the position. And then my 19 years at Cloverleaf, I've been really fortunate to work across lots of different services within Cloverleaf, both managing advocacy services and the community development side of things, which is what I probably do more of now.
That's wonderful, thank you.
How long has the charity been running, and when was it originally set up?
Right, so we've just celebrated our 30th year this June. So Cloverleaf was founded back in 1995. So yes, we've just celebrated a big birthday in June with our 30th year.
What different types of advocacy support do you offer?
So we offer all types of statutory advocacy, and that might be IMCA, which is Independent Mental Capacity Advocacy, IMHA, which is Independent Mental Health Advocacy, Care Act Advocacy, as well as non-statutory advocacy and advocacy for specific groups, so might be learning disability, unpaid carers, and also parenting advocacy. We also deliver peer, group and self-advocacy service for autistic people and people with learning disabilities, as well as mental health.
Do you offer any other services outside of advocacy?
We do. We deliver unpaid carers support services, and we've got 5 of those. 2 offering carers advocacy, and also a wide range of projects that help people to achieve their goals. We also have a range of inclusion services like Lead the Way, which is in Calderdale, and that's the service that I manage. So we're just over the hill, about 25 minutes away.
Do you organise any events throughout the year? Can members of the public attend?
We do. Lots of our services are across all that geographical area. So we offer peer group, self-advocacy inclusion services, as well as our carer service, which runs a lot of events and activities for people that are registered with that service. They also run events open to the public, so we do specific things for Learning Disabilities Week. So like in Kirklees and Calderdale, we've done like a picnic in the park for people, and that's been for lots of people to come, and there's information stands there as well. Recently did a session in Calderdale where people could come and meet their local MPs, which was a great opportunity really for people to hear what their role was and how we can work together. Our advocacy services also run training courses, though not as many as we would like to be able to offer, which people we support as well as professionals can attend. And one of our most popular ones is our self-advocacy training, which helps people get their voices heard, and we ran about 15 of those last year.
We have seen on your website that you use EasyRead, which we also think is very important. How does Cloverleaf Advocacy use EasyRead material?
Great question, and I completely agree that EasyRead and making sure that information is in a way that people can understand is really important. So on our website we use a set of EasyRead pages to explain the different forms of support and advocacy which uses accessible content. We make sure that documents are written in plain, straightforward language, and often include images to support that understanding. We are working towards everything we produce being in EasyRead over the next couple of years, and also that we use Recite on our websites for accessibility. We co-facilitate the Calderdale Learning Disabilities Partnership Board, and we make sure that the agenda and the minutes are always done in EasyRead. We like to co-design with people with lived experience and self-advocates, and we work in really close partnership in Calderdale and Kirklees with other services to ensure information is accessible.
Because I had a quick look through and it looked great from what I saw.
Fabulous. I think it's just been updated, and I think it's really important. And you know, we have a people's panel, so we always ask people with lived experience, you know, what their thoughts are, and to try things out. You know, for us, we might not always get it right, but you know, we take people's experiences and try and make that better for people. So thank you for the feedback.
Can you offer any assistance to those who are blind or partially sighted?
So we do make sure that staff are aware of the accessible information standard, and we can use things like increased font sizes, we can offer the information in an audio format, or make the digital files into a friendly screen reader format. Some of the videos that we've done recently for social media, we've included talkovers as part of that. We could do better. We could use things like alt text that we've tried to use sometimes with our newsletters. So it reads out the description of the picture that's used as well, with varying success. So there's still more for us to do.
I saw the option somewhere. I think it was the homepage with the play icon.
Yeah, so it gives you that option, doesn't it, to read it out, which is great. And you know, we could always do better. We could always do more, you know, to reach people.
What is your favourite part of project you had done while working there?
Oh, that's another great question as well. And it's really hard because obviously I've got 19 years of working and in really varied roles. But if I had to pick one thing, it is hard to just pick one thing because, you know, no 2 days are the same, and that's what's great about the job. If I had to pick one project that I'd worked on, I think would be young leaders. So that was, we got some funding through BBC Children in Need. So we got 3 years funding to deliver something to young people. So this was aimed at young people from the age of 13 to 17 who had learning difficulties, and it was part residential. So we'd never really done anything like that before. We're predominantly an adult service. So doing something with younger people who I see are the self-advocates of the future. And, you know, so we did it across Calderdale, Kirklees and Bradford. And it was really good to see the young people developing their skills. So, you know, having a better understanding about what self-advocacy is and why it's important to feel confident to, you know, to speak up for yourself. So all the things that you guys are doing here at Keighley People First. But part of the residential was to have fun. So we did lots of team building activities. So, we were getting people to be leaders or have a better understanding of what leadership was. But we had an awful lot of fun as well, and those proper belly laughs. And sometimes, you know, when you pinch yourself and you think, gosh, I'm getting paid for having so much fun with people. That was certainly a project that I really, really enjoyed doing. It was tiring, but a lot of fun. And I think I learned a lot from the young people, and hopefully they learned a lot from us too.
Do you have a podcast team? What I mean is, just like us, but do you have one at your organisation? And if so, how wide has it grown? Or have you ever had one?
Right, so I'm just going to describe the space that I'm in at the moment. So I'm in a small room. There's 6 of us. And we've got microphones and some technical screens, etc. that look very technical. We've had to do sound checks to make sure all the equipment's working okay. This terrifies me, to be honest. So, in short, the answer is we don't do podcasts. I've been on podcasts when other people have invited me. But all this equipment looks very technical, and it looks like you've got this sussed to a T. You can tell that you've done this before. So yeah, I don't mind being part of it. So a question for you: do you think podcasts are important, and why do you think they're important?
Well, I think they're important in many ways, but for people with mixed abilities, services like this are important, but a podcast like ours that's grown and grown and grown from a very different beginning has really made us more known. I mean, people first are not just here. It's a big franchise, a massive one, but our podcast is something that shows what disability means, and it makes it heard.
Exactly, I was just thinking that, sort of like getting known in the wider community, really, and we're one of the, well, I don't know if we're the only podcast for people with done by people with disabilities, but certainly one of the only ones.
Yeah, and I completely agree. You know, it gets your brand into places where you might not have been known before. So yeah, are you recommending that we'll look at podcasts as something in the future? You'd recommend it?
Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, it's not live, you can just edit it down and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm not to be too scared about all this equipment.
If people want to find out more about the service, how can they get in touch?
So our head office, our central services is in Dewsbury, and you can contact us, and we've got a fantastic team taking all the calls and all the referrals and hopefully directing them to the different teams throughout Cloverleaf. So our telephone number is 01924 438 438. And we also have a website which is cloverleaf-advocacy.co.uk. And please follow us on our social media pages.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you again to Karen for coming in and speaking to us today. We have enjoyed learning more about Cloverleaf Advocacy. Do you have anything else you would like to add before we end the show?
Oh, I'd just like to say thank you to yourselves as well. It's been nice to come over and meet with you all and hear about how your podcast started, and also the range of people that you have. I did have a sneaky peek on your website as well, and so you'd had North Yorkshire Police come and talk to you. So I think it's great that you're getting a variety of people really to come and speak to you.
We've had some amazing ones, haven't we, Tom? We've had some amazing people.
But you're all inspirational as well. You know, it's not just the people that you're interviewing, it's actually, yourselves coming up with the questions and actually, putting the podcasts together.
We love it. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Remember to comment and like, share on Facebook, Instagram and X. You can find us by searching for People First Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you the next time.